So I've got the last two problems up on the board that deal with relations with a finite number of ordered pairs. That's questions 7 and 8. Both of them deal with giving us sort of a diagram like this. So in this circle, we've got all of the x values that we can have. That's essentially a picture of our domain. And in this circle, we've got all the y values we can have. That's a picture of our range. And then the arrows tell us, hey, that x gets paired with that y. So -2 gets paired with 3. And here, 1 gets paired with 2, and 1 gets paired with 1. So if I want to write this as a set of ordered pairs, all I'm going to do is list the x value and the y value that's associated with it together. So -2, 3. And then I would have 1 gets paired with 2. And I've got a second pairing. 1 also gets paired with 1. Okay. So that's my relation as a set of ordered pairs. The domain, which I'm going to call D again because I'm really creative that way. All I'm doing is putting those two things, instead of putting them in a circle, I'm putting them inside of set braces. The range, all I'm doing is putting my y values, instead of putting them in a circle in the diagram, I'm putting them inside of set braces. Okay. And then part D asks us, is this a function? And the rule is each input has to have a unique output. Well, here are my inputs, and I can see this input has two different numbers that it points to. There are two arrows leading from this x value, so it's associated with two different y values, so this one is not a function. If I wanted to, now that we know how to work with graphs, I could actually plot these points, and if I plotted these points, these 2 points would be directly above or below each other. They'd lie on the same vertical line, and we'd fail the vertical line test. Okay, so that's problem 7. Pause the video, try problem 8, tune back in and double check your answer. All right, I've got the answers to number 8 up here on the board. I've got 3 different points, and I just listed this as a set of ordered pairs. So just pairing up each x value with the y value that it maps to. Okay. The domain, that's just taking these x values and instead of putting them in a circle, putting them in set braces. The range, same thing with the y values. And then, is this a function? The answer is yes. Okay. If I take a look, here are my x values. Each x value only has one arrow pointing away from it. So each x is going to be associated with just one y value. Now, it does happen that 2 of them are associated with the same y value, but that's okay. If I plug in 0, I know for sure what I'm going to get out. I just follow the arrow, I'm going to get out -2/3. If I plug in 5, I know for sure what I'm going to get out. So this one is a function. So something like this, where there are 2 arrows pointing away from the same x value, are going to make it violate the rule for being a function so that it's not. 2 arrows like this that are pointing to the same y value, that's just 2 different inputs that give me the same output. That's perfectly acceptable.